Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Sri Ram's life, a lesson in inner management, Sadhguru. I didn't mean to have another Sadhguru video out just because I already did a very long session with him, but I wanted to keep the theme the same. I already had Lakhani talk about Shriram. Is it Shriram? Shriram? Or Shirama? I'm not sure, I heard it both ways, but I wanted to keep the theme, so I'm gonna do this even though I generally do the speakers first, but in the theme of Shiram, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. So let's go get started.
There are very few human beings, no matter what is the situation, they will be who they are. We must see this. I was talking in another town starting with N in Andhra Pradesh. I'm speaking in Nellore to a large group of school students. And then I say, okay, I'll take some questions. One little girl, 14-year-old girl, stands up and she says, Sadhguru, they are saying Rama walked from Ayodhya to Sri Lanka. Is it practical that somebody can walk from Ayodhya to Sri Lanka, or is it just a story? Then I look at her and say, see, you are still a young girl. After a few years, you will find a man. When you find your man, do you want that kind of a man that if you get lost, he will walk all the way? Or he will think this is not practical and find a practical solution in his neighborhood? What kind of a man do you want? Well, even the little girl knows what kind of a man she wants. Now, why this question I'm bringing this up is, I want you to listen to this carefully, not reacting all the bhaktas.
Sorry, real quick. Bhaktas, is he saying these are the devotees? Bhakti yoga? I've not heard of bhaktas, but I have bhakti yoga, which is devotion. Is that what he's calling the people out there who are devoted to, well, whatever it may be they're devoted to?
Do this carefully, not reacting all the bhaktas. Rama's life is a disaster, a continuous disaster. King, born as a prince, coronated as a king, just married with his young wife, some political stuff, ends up in the jungle. Living in the jungle, some television show may be showing it as some kind of a romantic affair, okay? Living in the jungle is not a romantic affair, believe me. I have individually, by myself, I've lasted in the jungle for weeks on end by myself, eating out of the jungle. After 3-4 weeks when I came out into the town, people wouldn't recognize me. That's how it would be. So with a young wife, she's not a tribal woman, she's a princess. Living with her in the jungle is not a romantic affair, it's a tough life. Knowing that it's very difficult, his brother also follows him to assist both of them because he knows what will he do with this young woman in the jungle. Then as if that was not enough, his wife gets kidnapped, Sri Lanka. And then, because the wife means so much to him, he walks all the way, despondent, not a nice trek, not knowing whether she is alive or dead or what has happened to her. He walks down all the way, builds up a Tamil army, goes across, burns down a beautiful city, kills many people, gets back his wife, goes home. Now the wife is pregnant, no sonogram. So he doesn't know whether it's a boy or a girl, or boys or girls or what. This is important for a king. For a king, it's very important that he has a son, because it has to continue. But then once again some political situation, He sends his fully pregnant wife to the jungle. She goes there, delivers 2 boys, he doesn't know. And then he gets into a battle with his own children. If at all, if there can be a true disaster in your life, in anybody's life, knowingly or unknowingly, you killed your own children. This is the worst thing that can happen to you. It almost happened to him. He almost killed them. Somehow, by fate, whatever situation, he did not kill them, he almost killed them. He did his best to kill them without knowing who they are. Then Sita dies without ever seeing him again. You…
Jeez. I definitely would love to hear the whole story. This reminds me of a lot of mythology in Rome or Greek mythology, which is very interesting. I love mythologies and stories and stuff. They're just very fascinating. They have very interesting, well, ideas to the stories. I'm curious about this one. I'm hoping he tells the whole story.
call this a successful life? No. But we worship him. Why do you worship a failure like this? Because no matter what disasters happened, the man did not become angry, hateful. He did not lose his balance. He maintained his balance 100%. He did not give up any of the values and ethics with which he lived. A continuous disaster, a serial disaster he is, but unmoved, untouched.
I will say, yeah, that's determinism as well. He is strong-willed, never given up. It's a lot of things to aspire for.
It is this quality that we are bowing down to. We are not bowing down to him because he is a super success. He is a super failure, but within himself, do what you want. You cannot take away who he is. One of these incidents that happened in his life happened to most people, they would all be cracked up. Yes or no? Just one of these disasters happened in people's lives, they will crack up in their minds. Serial disasters, but total balance. We are bowing down to that quality because this is inner management.
Okay, I see it now. But yes, and here's another saying that I like to throw in there too. Excuse me. That you can learn a lot in failures, and you can grow a lot as a person in failures than in success. In success, you've done it right the first time around. There's nothing to learn. There's nothing to grow from when you succeed. You just already had it in you. But if you fail and you come out stronger in the end, that's the whole point. A failure shouldn't be a failure. It's the only way a failure is a failure. Someone said this, I can't remember who said it. Is if you actually give up. If you give up, you utterly failed. But if you failed and learned something from it, you succeeded. And I do believe that to be part of the story as well. I don't think he necessarily failed. There was a lot of bad circumstances, but he's pushed through it. He didn't let it bother him. Absolutely.
If you go out to do things in the world, you cannot control what the world will throw at you. But what you make out of it is 100% yours. You wouldn't mind stepping into any situation, facing anything in the world because you are in a blissful chemistry. Rama is in a peaceful chemistry. No matter how many troubles you throw at him, similarly, if you have blissful chemistry, no matter how much nonsense somebody throws at you, you're blissful.
Okay. So okay, Lakhani didn't say that he was, well, failure, or nor that he had a lot of troubles in life. He did talk about the personality of the character, which is very similar to what Sadhguru said. Again, I do 100% agree with what he said. That is, I definitely would love to hear the story of Shiram. I think some people have recommended watching the anime. I just don't know if I can actually watch that. Generally, films are very much copyrighted, so I'll see. I'll look into it. Those who have recommended it, I just been hesitant with that, and also documentaries. Those also are copyrighted for the most part, and generally they don't allow people to play, at least in completion, like the way I react. So if I do react to things that are copyrighted, it has to be to the point and cut. Back to this point and cut. Yes, I am curious about this person's life, and I do believe most people should aspire, if not all people should aspire. I think this is what Sadhguru also talks about, is this balance in life of your emotions, yourself, no matter what's going on in the world, to have control over your... I mean, not, I guess, is control really the right word? Or can we say that the emotions that you have don't even bother you? You don't even have to control it. It's just not bothering you at all. It's there doing whatever. You don't even have to try to wrangle it. You just, it's there. Let it be. Who cares? That's a lot of control, but it's not control at all. It is just merely being. Interesting. Anyways, that is my reaction to Sri Rama Life, a lesson in inner management, Sadhguru. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.